Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here on our 10-year anniversary of Excel in CTE. To kick things off and to welcome us, I would like to introduce Jenna Roth, our Dean of High School Partnerships and Community Outreach.
Good morning and welcome to the National Center for Aviation Training. As Mandy said, my name is Jenna Roth and I'm the Dean of High School Partnerships and Community Outreach here at WSU Tech. Today we take time to recognize 10 incredible years of Excel in CTE and an amazing program that has empowered thousands of Kansas high school juniors and seniors with technical education opportunities. Through this state-funded initiative, we have seen students better prepared for college success and rewarding careers before they even walk across their high school graduation stage. For those of you who may need a refresher on what Excel in CTE is, in 2012, Governor Brownback launched a plan to enhance career technical education in Kansas and to better prepare high school students for college and careers. Senate Bill 155 was the enacting legislation, and beginning with the 2012-2013 school year, Kansas high school students qualified for state-funded college tuition and approved technical education courses offered by Kansas technical and community colleges. This initiative has shaped my own life and my life work, and I've witnessed firsthand so many lives transformed by it. And I'm nothing short of thankful and blessed to be here today honoring the successes over these past few years. Now, to introduce, without further ado, I'd like to welcome to the podium an individual who has, from the very beginning, been one of the biggest supporters of Excel in CTE, President and CEO of the Kansas Board of Regents, Dr. Blake Flanders.
Well, you know, you're beginning to age when they say, tell us how it started, you know. But it's great to be here. Thank you for the invitation. You know, back in 2012, the governor said, design a program that's going to really help more high school students access post-secondary career and technical education. We sat down and we said, well, you know, the tuition is just a small part of the expense. The tuition that people pay is just a small part. We need to really reimburse colleges for the cost of delivery. And so that's what we designed. We designed an entire formula that helps get reimbursement for more expensive programs, less reimbursement for less expensive programs, but really empowers colleges to deliver that. And then through partnerships, students can access that. We used to always serve about 3,500 to 4,000 high school students a year in post-secondary career and technical education. We've done that for years. We began Excel in CTE. We're over 13,000 that we're serving. And if you think about that, you can applaud for that. That's okay. Yeah. We began, we were going to fund, the legislature was going to fund this. It was in the governor's budget to fund it with an overage in the severance tax. It was about $8 million. Well, as you know, that can go up and down, and so they quickly moved that to state general fund. I believe the reimbursement now is just under $40 million. But it really is, it just provides so much opportunity to students. It's really the story of higher education and post-secondary education. It has allowed people to begin a career, a high-wage, high-demand career, where they can stay in Kansas and raise a family and create economic prosperity and a talent pipeline for our businesses. So what a great story. Thank you for allowing me to be here.
Thank you. Next, I would like to invite to the podium Representative Susan Estes.
Thank you. It's so awesome to be here. This is like one of the funnest parts of my job, getting to see where the things that happen in the legislature in conjunction with the people in the community who are the grounds on the feet and see where it goes. So students, my message is for you today. If you heard the figure $40 million, did that catch your attention? That is a lot of people. That is the legislature and many other people saying, we're investing in you because we think that you are important. Think about that. And that isn't just the legislature, because as much as I wish it was true, I do not have a money tree. I'm always very conscious that we pay for these kinds of programs out of taxes. And there are a lot of really wonderful, wonderful fellow Kansans who believe in you guys, and they pay those taxes because they want that word you're going to keep hearing over and over today, a game changer. We want you to have your best possible life. We want you to figure out what your dream is, because your dream is part of Kansas's dream. We need you. Our companies need a wonderful, reliable, outstanding workforce, and you are it. And some of you are probably also already those taxpayers that we're taking the taxes from. Every time you buy something, you're paying taxes. I'd be surprised if most of you didn't have a job and you're paying taxes. So thank yourselves, but thank Kansas and your fellow Kansans for what you're doing. And think about that. And I hope that as we have invested in you, you will invest your life and your family here in Kansas, because we really love you and we really want you to stay. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you. We have a special guest that really wanted to be here today, but he is up in Topeka, I believe. So he has pre-recorded a message for us and it will be on the screen in just one moment. So please direct your attention that way. Thank you.
Good morning to all of our friends at WSU Tech, and what an exciting day. I'm Randy Watson, Commissioner of Education, and the only thing that makes me sad about this exciting day is I can't be there in person to celebrate this great 10-year anniversary of Excel and CTE. Or, I mean, it's a really, really exciting bill and a long-standing bill when it's still commonly referred to as Senate Bill 155. It's kind of like, one name artist, Senate Bill 155, Excel and CTE. Wish I could be there today, but I can't. But I want to tell you how excited I am about the 10-year anniversary of a bill that brought everyone together to really focus on young people that needed technical skills in order to enter our Kansas labor market. And what a great job counselors and teachers and K-12 and higher ed have done to expand those opportunities for young people. Just in 10 short years, we've gone from just under 3,500 students to over 13,000. Credentials are being offered. We have students that are saving approximately $3,500 to $4,000 in credentialing and going on to college. 2/3 of the young people that get into the Excel and CTE courses extend that learning into post-secondary, which we want to see as they get multiple certificates, associate degrees, even leading to a baccalaureate. That's all because of your efforts. So as you celebrate today, let's all agree, let's double down. Let's make sure that we're really using this to our advantage. We continue to go to the legislature, tell them the good news about this bill, make sure it's fully funded going forward, including transportation to get kids to where they need to be. So celebrate the 10-year anniversary, and congratulations, everyone, on putting together this wonderful bill for young people. Excel and CTE, 10-year anniversary.
Thank you, Dr. Watson. And if you're watching at home, we're live streaming this. Thanks, and we wish that you could be here today. So next up, I would like to invite President of Wichita State University, Dr. Rick Muma.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Wow, lots of folks here. I want to introduce, before I provide some remarks, a few individuals. One of them you've already met today, and that's Dr. Blake Flanders, who's the CEO of the Kansas Board of Regents. A great champion for this work, as has been mentioned before, and really wouldn't be here today without Blake's continued support. Also, Dr. Randy Watson, I'd like to acknowledge him and his importance in this as well. And then Mr. John Roth, who is the chair of the Kansas Board of Regents, who will be up here in a minute. Thank you, Mr. Roth, for all that you do. And then finally, I just want to acknowledge all these students who are the recipients who are here for this work. So let's give them a big round of applause. Also to just acknowledge our elected officials, other educational leaders, including K through 12, post-secondary and technical and career educators. Thank you for your leadership and for being here today. And I appreciate being part of this celebration of 10 years of such a remarkable program that truly paves the pathway to building a future for all of Kansans. As president of Wichita State University, I'm keenly aware of the challenges that students face as they navigate transition from high school to fulfilling a career. Our world is changing rapidly, and our economy is becoming more complex and diverse. To succeed in this environment, students need more than just a diploma. They need a comprehensive education that prepares them for the challenges and the opportunities of the future. And the Excel and Career and Technical Education program, and like our partnership with WSU Tech, that provides a career training and education, giving students the opportunities and resources they need to successfully move from a high school diploma all the way to a PhD if they choose. So how do we do this? Wichita State is a leader in applied learning, which is a graduation requirement for all of our students. It's a powerful way for students to connect the theory they learn in the classroom to real-world challenges and problems. It allows them to develop the skills and knowledge they need to succeed in the workplace and gives them a competitive edge when it comes to finding meaningful employment. But applied learning is just one part of the equation. Higher education is also critical to the economic success of our region. A well-educated workforce is essential to attracting and retaining businesses and for driving innovation and growth. By investing in higher education, we are investing in the future of our community. I want to thank the state of Kansas and its leaders and their wisdom in building the CTE program, which has allowed thousands of Kansans to learn and grow and become the leaders of tomorrow. It's my hope that they will continue to invest in our students, our institutions, and our communities so that we can build a brighter and better future for all of us. Go Shockers. Before I leave the podium, I'd like to introduce Dr. I just gave you a promotion, Regent Rolfe. Honorary, yeah. We're granting him an honorary doctorate right now. So I'm introducing John Rolfe, who is the chair of the Kansas Board of Regents, who's going to lead a panel.
All right. So, I appreciate what Representative Estes said. It takes a lot of groups of people to pull something like this off. The state legislature, KBOR, the state board of ed. Then when you come to community like this, Wichita State, the area school districts, the county, the city, industry, all come together to put a program like this together. And when you're evaluating it, you're looking at spreadsheets and numbers on a spreadsheet. But what makes it all real is when you see the lives that it's impacting and the students. And so I'm grateful that this morning we're taking this out to the real impact it's having on lives. Because as we drive economic prosperity through education, it starts with individuals enhancing their opportunities in life. And as we can reach deeper into the high school experience to help kids see what their future can be and start locking onto their talents and dreams, it really is going to unlock a lot of special opportunities for us as a state and for them as individuals. So let's turn it over to the stars of the show here. Can you please each introduce yourselves to the group?
Good morning. My name is Macy Schwind.
Yeah, tell us where you went to school and what you're working on.
I am currently in my first year at Wichita State University working towards a bachelor's degree. And with that degree, I plan to apply to dental school. I also work part-time as an orthodontic assistant currently. Um, I actually took a little bit of a different approach when I was taking courses here at WSU Tech. I didn't take courses in a specific program. I actually just went for my general education requirements. So when I graduated high school from Eisenhower High School, I had just about 70 college credit hours. So I
It's pretty amazing.
thank you. So I'm actually a first year junior this year at Wichita State.
Great job. Thank you. Eli?
Yeah, my name is Eli Childs. I was homeschooled while going to WSU Tech. I graduated high school with my associate's degree in welding. I am now working full-time as a welder in the industry, and I'm also teaching part-time here at WSU Tech, teaching welding in the program that I just recently graduated from. So,
Thank you. Kylie?
Hi, my name's Kylie Lubelli, and I'm a senior at North High. I am currently in the patient care technician certification program. Very long words. Along with my program, I have also taken general education courses and will graduate from here the day before I graduate from high school with 76 college credits. And then with those college credits, I will go to WSU next year and be in their nursing program.
That's great. And you're a senior at North High, is that right? Yeah, North High. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so think back to when you first heard about the Excel and CTE program. What were your initial reactions? Start with Eli.
yeah, I mean, I think originally, like, you don't really believe it, right? Like, you're waiting for that pop-up that's like, okay, psych, here, you just have to pay this and then you'll get it. But I mean, really, it was amazing. It's completely changed my life, what I can do with my future, not just going through the program itself, but also the help that I've gotten from WSU Tech and the opportunities that they've given me. So it's really been amazing.
Kylie?
I first heard about Excel and CTE the summer after my freshman year of high school. And I was like, oh, I can take all these classes for free. Like it made sense, but also I was like, I don't have to pay anything. Like, that's crazy. And like, my life truly has been changed from this college. And yeah.
Thank you, Kylie. Macy?
So when I first heard about the Excel and CTE programs, I didn't quite see a program that was more towards the dental field, which is where I was headed. But I knew I still wanted to take advantage of the opportunities that were being offered at WSU Tech, which I think is really important for students to also understand that they can do that as well. They don't just have to, there's great programs, though. I would suggest those to anybody, but there's also great opportunities with taking the general education. But I just think it's overall just such a great opportunity for students in general. And like they said, it's just too good to be true almost.
That's great. And so how did it feel starting college level classes while you were still in high school? What was that like? Start with Kylie.
I started college classes like way before anyone else in my class, and I truly feel like ahead of the game because I will be a year and a half already through my undergrad for WSU. So I just feel like this has pushed me forward more than I would have been pushed if I hadn't started here.
That's great. Macy?
I remember whenever my fellow classmates would hear that I was taking a college class, they would be like, "What?" Like, actually, I mean, they didn't understand that not only could you take the dual credit classes that were offered through your high school, but you could go straight to places like WSU Tech and start taking courses outside of school. I just think that it really prepared me for where I'm at now at Wichita State. You know, I got a good insight as to what college level classes were going to be like before I even got to a university. So I just think it really prepared me for the future.
That's great. Eli, anything you want to add?
Yeah, I think at first you feel like proud, like everybody there is, they recognize that they're being honored in a way that's different than a lot of these other high schoolers, especially just across the nation. I mean, talking to a lot of people, it's just not something that is as widely known as it is here. But definitely you feel proud, honored, and thankful.
And Eli, being a welder, if you haven't ever seen it down the hall, you know, the VR glasses and the wand, you guys learned on that, right, as part of your education?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of groundbreaking technology here that we are getting an experience to that a lot of people are not.
That's awesome. All right, so tell us what your hopes and dreams are for the future. Start right here. Really you. Like, what is you? How's this helped you shape your future? What you're dreaming of?
So being that I'm already a junior, I am several years ahead in the program that I'm completing. So, you know, thinking about going as far as being a dentist or an orthodontist, I was always just kind of like, well, that's going to take me too long. I'm going to be in school forever. But actually, I cut a few years off of that time for myself, and it doesn't seem so far out of reach now. So I think it really just put it into perspective that I can achieve it, and I'm going to be right where I want when I'm done. So
it's a great answer. Eli.
I love teaching. Really, I mean, I want to teach, but I would also like to own my own company here further down the road once I gain some more experience, and being able to see students and help go up through that process is just really amazing.
That's great. WSU's got a great entrepreneurial program too. Kylie?
So through the PCT certification, I was able to get my CNA. So I currently work at St. Francis Hospital as a CNA. And through that experience, and then through the college courses that I have taken, I am going to go into the nursing program. And so I don't know exactly what kind of nurse I want to be yet, but nursing is where I know like my heart will take me.
That's great. Thank you. Last question. Is there anybody you want to thank that helped you along your journey while you got the microphone and you're streaming out to the world out there?
One person that made a huge impact on me in particular here at WSU Tech was Ashton. So Ashton was my advisor, and I remember sitting down with Ashton when I was a freshman, and she told me about all the opportunities and what I could do here, and that just made such an impact on me. Her sitting down and taking that time and making a actual map of like when to take the classes and what's offered, what they transfer as, just going so in depth, it really made an impact on me, and I'm forever grateful for Ashton.
That's great. Is Ashton in the room? There she is right there. Eli?
Just about everyone here, I think. I mean, you guys know what you are doing and how it's affecting people, and I think that's why you're here. So
that's great. Thank you, Eli. And Kylie?
I also specifically want to thank Ashton. I remember the first time I met her through a Zoom call back in COVID, and she was telling me about like all these like different like majors that we have here and programs that we have here. And I didn't know it then, but like she's changed my life and helped me be where I am today.
That's great. Thank you. How about a round of applause for these students right here? Thank you guys very much. Hey, you know, you can get down if you just pay attention to the news and that's all. But when you get out and you're with the students and you realize what's possible when we start to remove barriers like we did with Excel and CTE, to help people connect with their educational opportunities, to believe that they can do it. There's a workforce shortage, but when we can start growing our own here that have the kind of talent and spirit and dreams like these kids do, it's out there, and we can do it, and we can do more. And we ought to be reaching into every high school and helping the students come out with these kind of dreams and with credits already under their belt like this. So thank you all for being here. Thank you. I'm going to bring up Dr. Sherry Utash, the star of the show.
Thank you, John. And man, like I always say, who wouldn't want to be in the life-changing business? Those three, let's hear it for them. Well, this has been an incredible morning. And what's even more incredible is that we're celebrating 10 years of Excel in CTE in the great state of Kansas. It's hard to imagine. One of the things that I've learned in working with these wonderfully talented, dedicated people that you've heard from today is that they know how to take action. They know how to work together to solve difficult problems and find solutions, and they never stop. They get things done. The other thing I understand is that they're so focused and driven that sometimes we forget to stop and celebrate our successes and achievements, which is why I'm particularly pleased that we're taking time today to recognize the champions of Excel in CTE. With that said, I'd like to bring three people up here, please, if I could. Dr. Blake Flanders, Regent Rolfe, and Representative Estes. These three represent so much, and I would have Dr. Watson here if he was here. These people represent why Excel in CTE happened. It was a thought, it became reality, and here we are 10 years later. So for each of them, I have a WSU Challenge coin to thank them for everything that they have done, for their vision, for their dedication to this, and for their support. Okay, thanks, guys. I also want to just take a moment on a micro level, some college level numbers to really contextualize how much of an impact Excel and CTE has had right here in Wichita in Sedgwick County. I will share with you, I was telling Representative Estes this earlier, Excel and CTE has been a game changer for WSU Tech. There is no doubt. It's a game changer for all the high schools that we work with. We have grown to now offer career tech ed classes in over 36 local high schools. Since its inception, Excel and CTE has resulted in over 150,000 credit hours of post-secondary education for students and served nearly 17,000 district students at WSU Tech. The highest areas of enrollment over that time have been in high-need workforce areas, including applied technologies, health sciences, aviation, and manufacturing. We have a lot of high school aviation students here this morning, so thank you. I applaud what you're doing. Some of the highest enrollment programs have been certified nursing aid, which is a gateway to all healthcare, automotive technology, welding, construction, our airframe and power plant program, IT, and criminal justice. At WSU Tech, we've had nearly 4,000 graduates over 10 years. Over 6,200 technical certificate and degree completions. And these students have earned just shy of 14,000 industry credentials in 10 years. You know, special time with Eli last year at commencement. He was our student speaker, and he was receiving his associate degree, and he was a student speaker on the stage with us at commencement. And the next night he was getting his high school diploma, and he had a job in hand ready to go. So super good to have you here. Here's a big one. Excel in CTE has saved Kansas tax-paying families in Sedgwick County over $46 million and expedited those young people straight to the workforce. I want to take a moment and recognize my board, the WSU Tech Board, if you would please stand, for their support. And also the WSU Tech Foundation Board. If we have anybody from the Foundation Board, I'd like to recognize you as well. I also want to recognize Cindy Hoover and Keith Humphreys. I'm not sure whether he's here, but Cindy Hoover and Keith Humphreys, if you would stand to be recognized, they are on the Technical Ed Authority. And without them, we couldn't do what we do. So as we close this morning, I want you to know that Excel in CTE has been and continues to be life-changing. It's career building. It's economically impacting initiative. It's breaking the cycles of poverty. It's lifting up families. It's lifting up communities. And it's making higher education attainable for all young people and helping them to aspire to things that they would have never known about. The exposure to career tech ed careers shows students what is possible to them. And we're creating an educational and career ladder with Wichita State University so that we can continue to grow and build a talent pipeline that's highly skilled, highly competitive for South Central Kansas. And we couldn't do that without this. I want to reiterate Dr. Muma's comments of gratitude. I want to thank Governor Kelly. I want to thank all the state legislators, the Kansas Board of Regents, the Technical Ed Authority, all of our high school partners that are here today, the superintendents, the principals, the counselors, the teachers, the Kansas Department of Education and the Board of Education. Couldn't do this without any of you. We have to have all of you. This is a tremendous amount of people making great things happen for Wichita, South Central Kansas, and our state. And last but not least, I have to thank the WSU Tech team, and particularly our high school team that's led by Jenna Roth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. When I got here 15 years ago, we had about 70 high school students. Today, we're serving over 3,500. That's a big win. So building on the foundation and the success of these 10 years and continuing to be dedicated to accelerating workforce needs of our region and making sure that higher education is affordable, equitable, and accessible, it is my pleasure to invite to the podium Dr. Shirley Lefevre, Vice President and Provost at Wichita State University, to provide details on a new initiative that WSU and WSU Tech are happy to share with you today.
Thank you, Sherry. I am so excited to be here today, and also want to say thank you to all of our students. Students like you heard from this morning and who are present here today make a job in higher education the best job ever. So we really have the privilege of working with some amazing students. As Sherry mentioned, and as you've heard here this morning, one of our top priorities here is ensuring higher education is accessible and affordable to all of our Kansas families. So the next initiative that we are launching to achieve that goal is our Shocker Academy. Shocker Academy is a partnership between Mays School District, and we see some of our friends here, Dr. King. It's a partnership between Mays School District, WSU Tech, and WSU, and it will provide an opportunity for high-achieving junior and senior high school students to earn college credit while still in high school. It will launch this fall. It will be located at WSU West, which is directly across the street from Mays High School. And so really there are three benefits to this Shocker Academy. The first is convenience. Not only is it conveniently located, but students will be able to complete or take high school courses in the morning, college credit in the afternoon, or vice versa. So you can't get more convenient than that. The cost is the second benefit. Each course will be $99. And then the third is condensed time to degree. So in addition to completing general education courses, the students will have the opportunity to start down their pathway in degrees in engineering, education, criminal justice, business, and we'll probably be adding to that as the years go by. So we're very excited about this initiative. We really hope and plan to expand to all high schools in the greater Wichita area. And I just can't wait to see how this unfolds. And we're very thankful to our partners with Mays School District and WSU Tech, and really looking forward to it.
Thank you, Dr. Lefevre. This concludes our presentation today. I want to say thank you. I know there's been a ton of thank yous up here, but just want to say thank you so much for everyone for joining us today for this 10-year celebration. I can't believe it's been 10 years. Before we conclude, I would like to invite all of our guest speakers up. We're going to take a group picture. Everyone else, we have some awesome catering from Homegrown in the back. Shout out to the coffee cake back there. That's my personal favorite. So make sure that you try it. So thank you all for coming.